Whether you have £20 or £1,000 to invest, starting a monthly investing habit is one of the best things you'll ever do in life. Starting is the first step to building a positive financial habit. Once you set up your investments and you see your pot of money begin to grow, trust me, you'll want to find ways to fit more into your monthly budget. I'm James, a financial educator from moneystocker.com, and today I'm going to walk you through the 3 levels of budgeting for investing. We'll start on the ground floor to answer the question, why bother investing at all? We'll then cover level 1, starting small and putting habits in place. Then level 2, increasing your investing budget. And finally, level 3, letting your financial goals define your budget. By the end, you'll know exactly how to get started no matter your current income and how small changes can lead to big gains over time. Let's start on level 0, why bother investing? You might be thinking, well, if I can only afford £100 a month or even just £20, why bother? Let me show you why it's worth it. Let's say you invest £100 a month with an 8% annual return over 30 years. Over 30 years, that's over £150,000. Just as a disclaimer, this is not a guarantee. Your capital is at risk when investing. This is based on historical stock market returns, and past performance is not indicative of future performance. But here's the best part. You've only contributed $36,000 of your own money. The rest of that money, over $110,000, would come from compounding, your money growing on itself over time. This is a compound interest graph. See how the curve steepens the longer you invest. That curve is the growth of your returns earning their own returns. It's why starting right now is so important. Even with a small amount, it adds up. And here's the best part. If you invest using a stocks and shares ISA on a platform like InvestEngine, your investments grow tax-free. You can withdraw at any time without worrying about taxes eating into your gains. Now let's move on to level 1, starting small and building habits. With investing, it's not about how much money you start with, it's just about starting. Even if you can only invest £20 a month, it's worth it. I started small too, and here's what I learned. 1, it builds the habit. Automating your investments makes you consistent. Most platforms let you top up your account monthly by direct debit, but InvestEngine's savings plans go a couple steps further, letting you invest weekly, fortnightly, or monthly instead of just monthly, and automatically investing your money across your entire portfolio for you. Secondly, it builds confidence. Starting small lets you get comfortable with the market ups and downs. Watching your money grow, even with little contributions, boosts your confidence. And 3, it sets systems up for the future. When your income grows or your budget improves, you can scale up easily without having to start from scratch. When that time comes, you'll already be in the market benefiting from compounding. And you'll never feel like you've missed the boat. That's a myth, by the way. The best time to start investing was yesterday. The second best time is today. And that brings us to level 2, increasing your investing budget. At this stage, you've built the habit, and now you're looking to maximize how much you can invest. There are 2 ways to do this. 1 is improving your financial defense, cutting back on wasteful spending. And 2, improving your financial attack, earning more money. Let's start with defense. The 50-30-20 budgeting rule is a great framework to start with. 50% of your income goes to needs like rent and food, 30% to wants like meals out or subscriptions, and 20% to savings and investments. For example, if your take-home pay is £2,000, aim to save and invest £400 a month. If you can't hit 20% right now, that's okay. Start where you can and work up to it. How do you actually find the money in your budget practically? The answer is to audit your bank statements. Simply look over what you spent over the last few months to find areas you've wasted money. Cancel unused subscriptions or trim non-essential expenses. Even trimming £20 from these areas is a win. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. The more you scrutinize your outgoings, the better you'll get at budgeting over time. I know this all sounds easier said than done, so here are some psychological tricks I use to stick to my investing budget. And the first is to pay yourself first. Set up an automatic payment to your investment account on payday. You won't even miss this money because you'll never see it in your current account. It also forces you to be more frugal because you simply have less money in your account to spend. The second trick is to delay your purchases. Often if I'm unsure about any big purchase, I'll consciously wait 1 month before buying it. Usually after the dopamine rush has worn off at the thought of buying something new, I've gone off the idea. I'll move those savings into my investment account. And my third trick is to split your pay rise. When you get a pay rise or a new job and it gives you, say, an extra £100 in your pocket each month, it's tempting to go out and spend it. I try and put half the new money towards my investments and half to whatever I like. It's important to still reward yourself in the short term, I believe, but you can also reward your future self by putting money into your investments. You won't feel the impact on your lifestyle because this is new money in your budget. So that was our defense. Now let's talk about how we can earn more money, and that's by increasing our financial attack. Whether it's asking for a raise, finding a better job, or starting a side hustle, increasing your income gives you more money to invest. I know, once again, it's so much easier said than done. But let me give you some specific ideas. Start with your current job. Do some research on the average salary for your role and industry. If you're underpaid, prepare your case by listing your achievements and contributions. Set up a conversation with your manager. It could lead to a bump in pay that you can redirect into your investments. Look at opportunities outside your job. Side hustles don't have to take over your life. Freelancing, selling a skill that you already have, or even tutoring can add an extra £50 or £100 a month. That's money that could grow into thousands over time when invested. Here's a motivating way to think about it. Every £100 extra you earn and invest today could grow into £1,000 over 30 years. That's a powerful incentive to push yourself out of your comfort zone and increase your financial attack. Finally, let's talk about level 3, letting your financial goals decide your budget. Most people approach investing the wrong way. They ask, how much can I invest each month? Instead, you really should be asking, how much do I need to invest to achieve my goals? For example, if you want $300,000 in 30 years, given an estimated 8% return, we can work backwards to see that you'd need to invest £200 a month to reach your goal. Knowing this gives you clarity and focus. But more importantly, depending on your goals, the tools you use can make a big difference for your budget. For example, if you're saving for a retirement, consider a SIP. Thanks to tax relief, every £100 you contribute only costs you £80, or less if you're a higher rate taxpayer. That's why pensions are so powerful for stretching your budget. For example, if you contribute a lump sum of £8,000 into your SIP, you'll get tax relief of £2,000 from the government, so a total of £10,000 is added to your SIP. If you're a higher rate 40% taxpayer, you can also claim extra tax relief of up to £2,000 through your self-assessment tax return, and up to an extra £2,500 if you're an additional rate 45% taxpayer. This means you receive a guaranteed return on any money you contribute to your SIP. If you're a basic rate taxpayer, your contributions effectively receive a guaranteed 25% increase from the government top-up. If you're a higher rate taxpayer, your contributions receive a guaranteed 67% return from the combination of the government's top-up plus the reclaimed tax. For additional rate taxpayers, it's 82%. And InvestEngine offer a fee-free SIP. It's just the underlying fund fees that apply. This is so important because it means you can keep more of your investing returns. Let's recap. We've learned that investing is impactful at any budget thanks to the magic of compounding investment returns and the habits it builds in your finances. On level 2, we discussed ways to increase your investing budget. And finally, on level 3, we graduated to building a budget around your goals. But the key message I want to leave you with is that it's not about how much you start with, it's just about starting. Platforms like InvestEngine make it easy to get started, stay consistent, and keep more of your returns. If you found this helpful, please give it a like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's ready to start investing. I'll see you next time.